Okay, ISV International and US Virgin Islands Chess. If you have selected this video from the 2022 Chess platform database games, my own personal games, guys, from my profile and my database from Chess. If you guys want to learn a little bit about the modern intricacies of advanced chess and you want to improve in your advanced chess online and over the board, then this is the video for you. To learn how to improve positionally, tactically, and how to win endgames, all the above. If you really want to improve in your chess and become advanced someday, then this video is perfect for you. So in this game on Light Chess Arena Rapid Rated Games, I had an opponent that I got matched with from the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and he was rated almost 2,100 according to Light Chess ratings on a rapid game. This was a rapid game, guys, and we went for d4, g6. We went for the modern defense. So Connor Eckelman with ISV Chess played the modern defense in a number of games with Black in the Olympiad over the board and was able to prove outstandingly that he was better in pretty much all of his games, as he finished 7.5 out of 9, which is just outrageous for the Olympiad, which is the toughest tournament for chess in the world globally. For us mortal chess players, that is, right? Yeah, so d4, g6, let's get started. Bishop f4 and d6. I like d6 here. You don't have to develop just yet here, guys. You could wait a little bit. Way to move. So we see e4 now played from my opponent. This was a rapid game again, guys, 10 minutes per player. My guy here from Britain, over 2,100, rapid. Knight f6, queen to d2. Well, you can't really push the pawn here, guys, because after takes, and I'll just play knight to d7, and Black is doing fine. Okay, so that's why we see short castles now from myself. Bishop to h6, knight to c6, bishop takes g7, king takes, and f3. Okay, well, I don't like f3 from white here. It's very dubious, and it opens up the king side. Black can now, knight e6, guys, Black can start, developing here, making moves against the king side, right? So it's good stuff, okay? So f3, again, questionable, but played. And like I said, a little unsound. e5, d5, knight e7, h4, and h5 is best here, guys. Okay, if you ever end up in a position like this, London Joe Bava system, modern defense type openings. Well, knight h3, certainly, guys, it was better if white is here to play knight from g to e2. But instead, my opponent goes for something a little more dubious, playing a sound opening with white, mainline opening. However, I guess neglecting the force of the light squared bishop in this game. So I played c6, bishop to c4. There's the development. Now white is finished in development with bishop to c4. Here comes b5, adding pressure to the bishop. Bishop drops back. And you guys don't have to play a5, a3, a4, and bishop to a2. We don't have to go for that line, guys. It's not necessary, but I did it anyway. Not because I wanted to expand on the queen side. I wanted to make my opponent focus on the queen side and then get at the king side over here with these knights and this queen. Okay, so indeed d captures on c6. Not sound either. Best was probably just castles, either long or short. Maybe the engine likes long castles here. Maybe get the knight to a better square, get the queen to a better square. Who knows, guys? But definitely, I wouldn't say d captures on c6. Now that allows for knight to c6, and Black is fully caught up in development. The only difference is, guys, is that white has back rank rooks that are about to be connected. Knight to d5 was played. Guys, in this position, find the best move for Black. In this position, find the best move for Black. Well, maybe it comes to mind at the forefront that this is good. The engine even likes this. But I still think that after all is said and done, maybe white is still doing better here. A light squared bishop in an open position with a knight. I would still like to play this position, I guess. That kind of looks like a sad pawn there on the b3 square. Now if I just drop back and you take here, I take here, you take with the rook, right? And the game can continue, and I think it's a pretty even game. White still stands slightly better there. Let's take it all back now. What was played in the game, guys? Just knight d4 one time. Okay, so the engine took a minute to think, and better than captures is just knight d4 one time, keeping the pressure. And now it doesn't matter if knight takes here, queen takes. Everything's all right. Everything's protected. And yeah, material is even. So my opponent obviously did not capture on f6. Now he's saying enough with the dubious moves and let me show you what I have. This is what my opponent's telling me at this point, right? Knight to g5, rook to c8 now, getting on the open c file. c3 attacking the knight. Well, first knight captures on d5. If bishop to d5, which was played in the game, now comes the line that we went over just previously, and that other variation, the last variation, bishop b3, a b3. And now, as a continuation from my opponent, after all is said and done, in that line, rook to d1 one time. Now just putting a double threat against the d6 square. The pawn is weak. Oftentimes, we find backwards d-pawns in modern defenses and Sicilian defenses. More aggressive defenses for black, we tend to have backwards d-pawns, guys. Okay, just a little information for your guys' chess games so you can improve online and over the board. That's what we're here to do. Queen to d5, queen to c7 now, adding double coverage to the rook after we'll play bishop b7 too. So my opponent wanting to double his rooks now and playing king to f2, but there's a check, queen b6. Now king goes to g3 and bishop to b7. Now I'm starting to like my position. I see the pressure that white has for me here. Yes, white has won a pawn, and I have double pawns on the b file, but that really doesn't have too much to do. The material, guys, in this position, in this positional game, doesn't have too much to do. Okay, so white is saying I'm going to pick up the b3 pawn, and yes, I'm going to go +1 in this position, but did white fail to understand that the e3 square is the most important square here? Okay, now with the king on g3, this is very important for black. And my opponent here from the United Kingdom kind of had a long think here. He played rook from h to e1. And this is a good instructive moment too, guys. We have to attack properly with our rooks, right? That's just not the right rook to attack with. The right rook to attack with is the D rook, okay? So even after this happens, and obviously we're not going to h3 in that position, we're just going to go back one. And I'm pretty sure that after, yeah, don't play f5 here. Maybe get one of the rooks involved. Oh, there's another check, of course. We could always, go for perpetual. King doesn't want to go back here. That's a bad square. There would be perpetual check in this position, I believe, and both players would agree to a draw. I think that's a pretty decent turnout there. Okay. So as a result, guys, we see queen to f4 check after the rook here swings from h to e1. Okay. Queen f4 check. This was all played in the online battle. King h3, bishop c8 check. Okay, so this was the downfall. Again, it was better just to go back, just like in the previous variation we talked about in the past line. So let's get this right here. Queen f4 check, king to h3, and bishop to c8 check. And now we only have one available move, or else it's checkmate, guys, and that move is g4. And find the best move in the position if you're an intermediate player. find the best move in this position. Intermediate beginners, guys, what should we do here? Obviously captures. Pawn should not recapture because then just queen captures and black is completely winning and white is toast. So we cannot allow that. Instead captures, and yeah, capturing another pawn, and after the knight captures, well, material is even, sure. But now, guys, I want you to find on move 31 here, find the special move for black and find the tactic that I found in this game. Be an advanced chess player. Look to advance in your chess at online and over the board play. Yes, in competition, wherever you may be at any time. Find the tactic here for Team Black, everyone. And take a couple seconds, pause the video, do what you have to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pick up the bishop, guys, and the engine says yes, undoubtedly bishop to h3 is a chess player's move. Well, if king captures, queen captures, and we can go from here. I'm just not seeing anything for white here. I think it's a very comfortable game. It's not recommended that you play f5. Yes, rook h8, and now there's double pressure. How to defend? Okay. So moving forward, let's go back to this position with bishop to g4. So we dropped the bishop back, guys. So the king does not capture in this position. Instead, what he did in the game was he just dropped back, and then I dropped back my bishop to the g4 square. My opponent played c4, which is best. Now he just wants to take more defense of that knight. The white king is in a lot of trouble, guys, because that knight is just, it's a dead knight, basically. And now the queen has to find a way to defend and give it more backup. Also, there's a skewer here, right? The bishop is going for that rook on the d1 square. And mechanically, technically, this is all won. But guys, after c4, now white is forced to give more coverage, obviously, like we talked about. Find the best move in the position now for black. Not the best move or a good move, just a move that secures a win. And what do we need to do, guys? The move is f5. Okay, f5 is the star move in this position, not queen g5. It goes c4, f5. This is what was played. f5, queen to e3, forcing a trade of queens, and hopefully everything will be okay. And this is the critical moment of the position in the game, guys. 2-4-5, 2-4-5 pawns for each side. Material is completely equal, but black has a crushing variation, tactical line. Find the line now, guys. Pause the video, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go from here. Well, if you guys found the move, not queen captures, but first f captures, yes, this is winning. F captures on e4, and now for sure the knight is doomed. White had no chance but to capture on f4 and capturing on f4 with the rook, and I think that we can stop here, guys. The knight is going down. There's really nothing left to play for here now. First we can just check, and king is moving back. Yes, there's another check. We're picking up the rook. Sure, he picks up my rook, but I'll just check again. And after going backwards like this, well, we could just check again over here, and I'm picking up the pawn, and that is enough. Enough is enough. I am up a pawn and a bishop +4 in the endgame, and deservedly so, as white had a major breakdown after some dubious moves, some less dubious moves, some critical moves, and then getting punished after this. And yes, we saw, let's go back to this critical moment, guys, in this beautiful expansion of universes in this chess match. Bishop to g4, yes, and bishop to g4 is critical. I have to find a way. Well, let's suppose I play something like rook to d3. Well, then I'm still capturing, and after rook captures, there's a check over here, right? And king is getting forward, but I pick up the pawn here. Sure, queen can capture here now. You get a move. But I could just throw another check. Maybe you want to get out of the way. That's fine. I'll just double up here on the C column. And white's king is in the middle of the board with really no protection. And black has double rooks on the C file. What is the queen doing? And my king is perfectly safe. And in another realm, guys, we could go into this game. And I would show you exactly what I would do here. And I think white is doing just fine. You can even, well, no queen sacrifice there, guys. But yeah, I would definitely be able to win this position with black. It's very scary for white. You just got to trap that king, get him in a corner somewhere. And that is it from myself today, guys. If you were able to make it through that and you're a beginner player or an intermediate player, congratulations. This was a very hard game to understand, hard as in technical, and chess is a very technical game. It doesn't get any more technical than the game of chess when it comes to really proving, a number of realms from positional to tactical to supportive lines that just engage your advantage in this game of zero-sum chess. As chess is a zero-sum game, and we try to improve our advantage on our side, although the game is constantly changing between advantages and disadvantages between both sides, how to solve the puzzle of chess and just to create advantages for yourself all the time. That is the quest and the eternal lifetime prophecy that many grandmasters try to fulfill on a daily basis. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to enjoy this with me. Yes, queen f4, king h3, bishop c8. Well, it's all said and done after bishop to c8, g4. Just a few more moves to play. Not taking, dropping back c4, and just f5. And from here, we can stop, guys. And that is enough, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Much more on the other side. We're going to keep these videos coming so we can improve our chess online over the board and keep hungry and thirsty for chess, as it is a satisfier of our psychological appetite. And we can really feed our minds and our brains in our community by playing more chess and also looking to get better. And if you want to achieve and get better at chess, surely your desire will be fulfilled when you put in the time and space, and good things come to those who wait. Thank you, everyone. ISV, US Virgin Islands chess community. Let's get better where we play, and let's show up to play every day. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.